Derrick approached me a couple months ago and wanted to build the ultimate hunting rifle for anything here in North America. So we're gonna go and break down this build, zero this gun, check the accuracy on it, and run some mock NRL hunter stages. These NRL hunter stages are designed to really mock what you're gonna see in the field, and that you have to go identify your targets, range your targets, dial it in, build a position, engage them, and you have to do this under a time limit of 4 minutes. So we're gonna run Derrick through this stage a few different times, really show him where his weaknesses are, knock some rust off. This will make sure he has the confidence in his equipment and himself to make that shot when it needs to happen.
We are MDT. We design, test, and create precision rifle chassis and accessories to help you shoot better.
So I chose 300 PRC for this build because I wanted to make sure that I could take down anything in North America with this beast. It's on a titanium lone peak action. It's a carbon fiber barrel to try to keep it as light as possible. I put in an HNT and got an awesome dip from our friends over at First Light. We chose a light scope for it with just enough power or more than enough power for the distances that I'll be shooting at. I went for the folding version strictly for packability. I went for integrated ARCA because I do have tripod and we have things like the double full SkyPod that I'll be able to utilize on this build. To keep everything as lightweight as possible, I chose our lightweight scope rings. And then to cap it off, I used our comp brake. I was toying between this and the Elite, but I have more experience shooting the comp brake, so I just kind of defaulted to it. All right, so we're down at 100-yard range. We're gonna do a quick bore sight and see what the groups are and go from there.
Like, it probably weighs 8.5 pounds. Like, can control it pretty easily. So, yeah, I would say it's light. Hold center again. Okay, let's get you down prone. Okay, just zero this out, you just pop this top off. I'm gonna grab my chronograph too, I'll get some speed.
2786.
That's the average?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a look at the numbers.
12.9 deviation.
That's not bad for factory ammo.
It jumps.
Oh yeah, it jumps.
I keep having to move with it. You gotta move over an inch or two.
Okay, so looking at the group here, you can kind of see it's kind of two little groups. So you got like a 3 and a 2 here. I imagine that's just Derrick getting used to shooting a little bit heavier recoiling gun than he's used to. Usually he's been shooting 6 mils and 6.5s. So that's definitely more than acceptable for what we're doing here. And for a hunting setup, you know, we're probably sitting right around 3/4 MOA with that. Okay, so we're gonna run this NRL mock stage here. Derrick's gonna start a few feet back from the ranging point. Once he gets down there, he's gonna settle his gear down, get his binos out, and start looking for the indication plaque on the left side of the range bound below. Once he finds that location, he's gonna start looking for his targets to the right of that. The first target's gonna be a square at 470-ish yards. The second target is gonna be to the right of that now, and is gonna be a pig, and it'll be right around 500 yards. Once Derrick has found those targets and has gathered his dope, he will then grab his rifle and build a position to start engaging them. This is what they call a dead target stage. So if he hits it on the first shot, that's a dead target. He moves on to his second target. If he misses it on the first shot, he re-engages. Hit or miss on the second one, he'll always move on to the next target. After he's engaged both targets, in the first position, he's gonna move over to a stump and do the same process again. Derrick's gonna be using a set of binos that have a rangefinder built into them, and on top of that, it also has the ballistics built into that as well. So we go utilize an app, download it onto the binos, and that way that he can go use the binos to find his targets and then also get his dope and then dial that onto his gun, which speeds the whole process up quite a bit when time matters.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, where have these been all my life? Every hunting trip. I don't know, I guess good. I mean, this is the first time with this one like this. It should be fun. These seem super freaking handy. I wish I got to keep them after the video. I'm a little nervous that I'm gonna fall off the side of this mountain here, but hopefully.
Just,
it
yeah,
looks
watch your
steeper
footing.
From this angle than it actually is.
What?
Doesn't matter.
Engage. Okay, so we had Derrick shoot this 3 different times just to really show how much improvement he had over these attempts. Honestly, the first attempt, don't even pay attention to that one on the screen. It was a bit of a train wreck. But you can see in like attempt 2 where, you know, he saw that, you know, maybe I should try a different position with a tripod, kind of get the legs up beforehand.
Found target 1.
He decided in attempt number 3, you know, maybe that wasn't worth it. Maybe I am better off just to go and keep it low and keep it easy and go into a seated position. This really showed Derrick, you know, make sure you get out there, use your equipment, see what works best for you and the positions you want to shoot.
All right, I see the first target. Okay, found target 1. Got second target. A little trouble with target 2 here. Get a dope.
One thing people don't realize when you are using a laser rangefinder is the dot or the circle isn't necessarily the actual center of the aiming point. So you really need to identify this.
What's going on?
And make sure you're using, you know, say the bottom quarter of that circle that you're using for aiming.
I'm gonna shoot the first one from the tripod.
This was definitely one of the issues that Derrick ran into when using this. He was using the center of the reticle and ranging the actual steel target.
What's going on here?
Instead of ranging at the bottom of the steel target where you're gonna have a much larger area to go and have that laser reflect back to you with a proper distance. So you can see that he's playing around with the tripod in attempt 2 here. And just not used to the way this head works and stuff like that. This wasn't his tripod that he's using here. And so it really emphasizes that make sure you get out and actually test with your own equipment and practice with your own equipment. So in attempt 3, Derrick's already moved on to the other position and he's just now got the shot off on his attempt 2. And it was a miss. I think this was a recoil management issue, just positioning with it. I don't think it was necessarily a ranging thing, but it's not easy to shoot a heavy recoiling gun off a tripod.
Oh, there's a target there. Okay, I missed the first target.
So obviously you can see there's a huge improvement here. Derrick's done shooting on attempt 3 already, and he just found the target in attempt 1. This really, you know, shows, like I said, make sure you get out there and use this equipment and understand how to use it. He's now on a third shot for attempt 2 even, so, you know, a big improvement over where he was with attempt 1. So we're gonna speed this up so you don't have to watch Derrick fumble with his equipment because he's getting used to it, and get to the important shots. Derrick's now moving on to his last shots at attempt 2, and he just got his first shots off on attempt 1. So, you know, obviously a big improvement even between these 2 attempts. Basically, this really emphasizes that you need to get out there, you need to practice with your equipment, you need to put yourself in situations that you might find when you actually are in the field, and make sure you know how to use your stuff.
I think in an actual hunting scenario, I'd be confident with this rifle. Of course, I need a lot more rounds down behind it before I'd be really confident, but up to 300-400 yards.